Hello, everybody! Welcome back to my channel. I'm Yogi Bear. It is good to be seen. I hope you're having a good day so far. I am having a bit of a sad day so far, and it's a little frustrating because there's nothing I can point to that's like, this is why I'm sad, or this is what happened today. I just am sad, and I hate those days because nothing made me sad, so it's like, in a sense, nothing's gonna make me happy. I don't mean that like, oh, I'm just gonna refuse to be happy. It's like my husband will be like, is there anything I can do? And I'm like, I have no idea. I don't know what made this mood come about, so I don't know what would fix it. But it's okay, because nothing bad has actually happened. So in the end, it will be okay. I'll come around. I always do. So I don't know. I think it's just life. Life happens sometimes, and sometimes we're sad for no reason, and that's okay. We'll come about. Today is Disney Dreamlight Valley Day. What was that? Oh, I think she was narrating. I haven't watched that screen in so long that I forget that someone narrates a story for a bit. So when she spoke, I was like, who's talking? Did I leave a video up while I was setting up? I don't know. Yeah, okay, so I have a couple. This will be a bit of a rambly stream. I have some things to ramble about, and then I do have a story. If I run out of things to ramble on about. I feel like it's been so long since I've played on here. It has been so long. Okay, let's see what we have in our pack. All right, let's do by type. I do have food. Good. Oh, I should have looked at the last one before I came on because I don't know what I was trying to do. I think I'm trying to get money so I can open things. And I'm trying to get Dreamlight. How much Dreamlight do I have? 4,000. Okay. Okay. And I think all the biomes are going to be expensive. Let's clear up things, then see where we're at. Just in general. Okay, so first order of ranting. What I hate is when I am hungry and I'm very, like, I've been almost a bottomless pit the past couple of days, and I'm trying so hard to listen to my hunger cues and listen to my full cues. I'm still not perfect at it. Clean Plate Club over here, but I'm improving. Anyway, the last couple of days, I feel like I've been a bottomless pit, and there's nothing necessarily wrong with it. It just always, I'm always curious why. Why do I feel this way? Why do I, what's going on? Is there a reason? Anyway, so today, this afternoon, I'm thinking through what we have as I'm starving. And, not actually, I did eat. But nothing sounded like it was going to hit the spot. And I was like, oh, do I want something sweet? And as soon as I thought that, my stomach was like, nah, we're not in the mood for anything sweet. We're going to feel weird if we eat something sweet. Then I'm like, do I want something savory? But I already had something savory and that didn't hit the spot. It was weird. And then I'm like, do I want vegetables? Because that's possible. There are times when I really want my carrots and hummus. Oh, I can't get those yet, can I? Okay. I've been playing my personal one, so I get mixed up what I can and can't do yet in this one. That's okay. We'll get there eventually. Anyway, finally, I got to a point in the day. I think it was I wasn't hungry. I just wanted something to eat because nothing sounded good, and my stomach wasn't actually grumbling. Finally, I hit a point where I'm like, you know what? I kind of want some gelato, and we have gelato. It sounds so fancy. It's basically ice cream. It's delicious, though. I wanted to try it because in Worst Cooks in America, they make gelato from scratch, and it sounds so fancy and it looks delicious, but I never actually had it. So this past week at the grocery store, I had some wiggle room in the budget, so I got me some gelato. And it is just as delicious as they make it sound on Worst Cooks in America. I got the chocolate and caramel one. But anyway, all that to say, I hate when I'm I feel hungry, but I don't quite know what I want to eat, and nothing sounds like it's going to hit the spot. I might make chicken nuggets for dinner tonight. I was going to make a lemony chicken and rice meal in my Instant Pot. I love the Instant Pot. Crock Pot, Instant Pot, air fryer. I love those things. Because either it's super fast, or you leave it and you can forget about it and go about your day, and then you have, boom, dinner. Oh, I can't go there yet. Okay. Anyway. Ooh, she has something for me. Come back here. Where? Yeah, come here. Okay, let me turn. Come back. Thank you.
Ah, Yogi Bear, there you are. Oh, that's my guy villain. Hold on. Ah, Yogi Bear, there you are. I thought of a way to continue what we started together. I'm going to make the surface of the valley far more entertaining. And I need an assistant. Tell me you'll help me. Yes. Oh,
Yes, always.
fabulous. Now, Angelfish, I don't know if you've heard, but we sea folk are superb entertainers. I'd like to show the villagers what they're missing and put on a performance for the valley. Something that'll put Triton's boring little spectacles to shame.
You could get some villagers to help you. That would be a good opportunity for you to make some friends.
We'll see. Though, I suppose I could use some backup singers to complement my stunning voice. Who do you think would work?
We need someone with a sweet voice for the high harmonies. Maybe Mirabelle? Her singing voice would contrast yours nicely. You're... Oh,
You're right, it would.
we need someone to be in your... Oh, we're just going to read through all these, apparently. To be your partner in crime for duets. Maybe Mother Gothel?
Gothel, ha ha ha, I'd love for her to be part of the show.
We need someone for the lower harmonies. Maybe Christoph? He doesn't like to brag, but he's a pretty good singer, and he plays a mean lute.
Christoph, I doubt he'll try to upstage me. He'll do.
Great, sounds like that's everyone we'll need. I'll ask them to join.
Join? Hardly. No one graces Ursula's stage without an audition. And since you're going to be helping me, you should look the part. Here, put these on. I had them made just for you.
Great. Another outfit. Oh, gosh. Oh, that's not too bad. Okay. Fine. Alright. Here, let's change clothes real quick before I forget. It's interesting. This looks like something from Descendants. Okay. Alright. What was I talking about? I think I was in between discussions. So recently, videos have been coming up on my YouTube, the shorts, where it's a teacher. I don't remember what her username was, but anyway, she shows herself fixing her students' papers, and every time her student gets something wrong, she does the biggest X in the world. She covers, so it looks like a kindergarten paper, but the student's handwriting is more sophisticated than a kindergartner, so I really don't know what grade this is. But it's the papers where you put a picture up, and the student fills in the blank under the picture of what it's about. Anyway, so she's filming herself do this, and correcting the paper. And every time she corrects one, she puts the X over the picture as well as the answer. So it is huge. It looks like it's going to cover the whole page. Which, I mean, if that's what you choose to do as a teacher, that is perfectly fine. My personality is like, yes, mark it wrong because it's wrong, but just do a little X by the word. Don't cross out the entirety of the question and answer. And then when she does check mark, she does the same thing. So her whole paper is just covered in red ink. And that's not my taste. That's not what I prefer. But oh well, that's what she does. So I'm like, okay. And then she goes to write the right answer, and she starts to misspell it. And I'm thinking, I've made mistakes before, but if I were to make this particular mistake as a teacher, I probably wouldn't put it out on the internet. That's just me. And, I mean, no hate. It's just, it cracks me up, you know, to see someone do something that's not my personality. It cracks me up anyway. But I thought it was funny. And then, what else? Oh, the picture, one of the pictures was like a bunch of bananas. So I'm looking at it, and the student wrote vegetable. And I'm like, close, but it's not at all. So she writes fruit. And I'm thinking to myself, the answer is not banana? That's what I would think. I mean, it's her curriculum. Clearly she knows the right answer. But it threw me for a loop. So anyway, it was fun to me to watch that and to see what people do in their videos. But it struck me as odd. I'll say that. I feel like there was one more thing I wanted to... Oh, another person to give me a thing.
Oh, look who it is. What tedious task do you have for me today?
So Ursula is organizing a big show, and
She wants me to be the star. Well, look no more. It's about time someone asked me to make my debut.
Actually, she wants you to...
Charm the crowd? Why, of course I will, and brilliantly too. See you there, Yogi Bear. Ta-ta.
TTFN. Ta-ta for now. Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about. So, I was playing Genshin Impact yesterday, and one of the, I was using Kea, who has ice powers, if you're not familiar with a Genshin Impact. And he's fighting, and if your opponent walks in the water, then it's easier for you to defeat them because you can freeze them faster. Anyway, so I froze. I'm fighting these guys, and I'm so swept up in the moment, I forgot who my character was that I was using until I see them walk in the water, and I'm like, oh, I can use that! And I'm like, I need Kea! And I'm looking through my characters to see what button I have to push, just to realize I was already using Kea. So, there we go. A funny moment for me. Okay, how much is this? Ooh, okay. Yeah, I need money. That's what we need. Ooh. In my main account for Dreamlight Valley, I am 200 moonstones away from getting the Ursula storyline. I did the Dapper Wally a while ago, but I'm only 200 more, and then I can get the Ursula one. So I'm excited for that. Alright. It looks like it's all I can do. So now I'm going to go through, what do I have? Okay. Everything costs 20,000 apparently. Yep. Alright. We'll do mining and then sell things. I'm just going to fill up the pack, honestly. And then once it's full, go to a stall. Except for food. I'm going to eat the food. Because that's important. So this past week I was listening to a podcast, and someone brings up The Princess and the Pea. And I don't expect people to know fairy tales as much anymore because I don't think fairy tales are being told as often as they once were, which is perfectly fine. Once again, when I point something out, I never mean it as rude, I just mean it as a fact. I think that, and it's all my opinion, so I think, at least when I was growing up, fairy tales were told often. And then as I got older, I'm also the person that listens to fairy tales, the true fairy tales, in my free time. So I feel, and I read them, it's my thing. I love it. Anyway, so one person was talking about Princess and the Pea, and she was like, oh, the princess kept putting mattresses down because the pea was aggravating her. And I thought to myself, that's not what happened. So I think this week on Dreamlight, I'm going to tell the story about the princess and the pea, so then people are in the know if they really want to know the story. So here we go. A very long time in a castle far, far away. Ooh, a memory. Hold on. Please hold. Ooh, pretty. Okay. So, there was a queen who insisted that only the princess, the best princess, a true princess, should marry her son. There's a bit, it's a bit darker. So, this Princess and the Pea is going to be the original story that I tell you. I may get things a little off because I haven't heard this story in a while, and I also haven't done deep dive research on it. However, I grew up listening to this story, and I also listened to the full version of it on the podcast Tales. So if you want the full-blown, all the details version, please go listen to Tales on wherever you listen to podcasts, I think is where it is. I listen to it on Spotify. But the narrator is very good, a very good orator. I think I've talked about her before. She's a very good orator, and they make sure they get all of the details. They do the deepest of deep dives. They get all the everything. So I'm going to do an overview. If you want everything, go listen to Tales by Parcast. Okay, with all that out of the way. There was a queen, and she only wanted a true princess for her son, the prince. And kingdoms would send their princesses to her to see if the kingdoms could make an alliance through the marriage of their children. Well, every time a princess came, the queen would spread out a beautiful spread of food, and she would watch the princess carefully as the princess came down from her carriage, and she would spread out a 7-course meal with all of the different silverwares and all of the different kinds of drinks, hot drinks, cold drinks, desserts, everything. Give me a second. Let me go to Maribel and continue the story. Come here, Maribel. There we go. Mirabelle, how would you like to be a backup singer for Ursula? Sing with Ursula? Really? That sounds like fun. You know, sometimes I think Ursula might be a little tight, like my Chio Bruno. Misunderstood. Maybe if we did more things with her. Exactly. Now, Ursula does want me to audition you. Maybe you could just sing a couple of notes for me? Sure. And I know just the song. Well, what do you think? Wonderful. Amazing. I'm blown away. Aw, thanks. I'll tell you, Ursula, you're perfect for the job. I can't wait to sing with everyone. Alright. So, the queen would watch the princess very carefully, how she came out from her carriage, if she reached for the right utensils, how she spoke at the dinner table, everything. And there's nothing wrong with that necessarily, except whenever a princess didn't pass her tests perfectly, the queen would have her executed on their grounds, because she insisted that this can't be the true princess of wherever her kingdom was. This has to be an imposter. Only a true princess would know exactly how to act, exactly what fork to reach for, if she needs to reach for a fork or a spoon, etc. So, part of me, when I'm listening to this story, I'm thinking, how do the kingdoms not catch on that their princesses just aren't coming home? Anyway, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, the queen would send word back to the kingdoms telling them that their princess met an unfortunate accident on the way home, and to essentially excuse the reason why the princesses weren't coming home. Anyway, well, the sun would just stand by and watch this happen every time. It's happened for multiple princesses, and it's getting to the point where kingdoms are no longer sending their princesses to this kingdom because essentially no one's coming out alive. Well, the prince tells the queen, hey, this is enough. We don't need to keep doing this. And she says, no, you must have an heir. You must assume the throne, and you can't assume the throne unless you're married and, have the possibility of handing down our legacies. Essentially, she will not give up power until he's married. So, finally he says, you know what? Instead of having princesses come here, instead of us continuing to write to kingdoms for them to come here, why don't I go out to the princesses? Why don't I go there? And I will do a search of my own to see if a princess is worthy. And she says, okay. So, and of course the prince, throughout all of this, all of the testing, all of the different princesses coming over, he stopped really being interested in them. He wouldn't really show that much interest because he knew they were probably not going to pass the tests. And he had an idea that they weren't going to survive the night. Anyway, so he goes out, and he has in his mind, he has his own version of the perfect princess. His mom's version of the perfect princess is a true princess, is someone who knows every single table manner, every single rule, every single bit of her family's history, how exactly to, what to do and how to do it, what to say and how to say it. Well, this prince, his perfect idea of a princess is someone who can go hunting and fishing and loves to read and loves to go horseback riding and loves to just gallivant with him essentially out and about. Oh, and wouldn't mind heads out. Now, there's a caveat to his mother's concession to him striking out on his own. He only has 3 months I believe it's 3 months. Once again, this is how I'm remembering this story. You are welcome to listen to it on Tales for full detail. Anyway, he has about 3 months to go and no, it was like a year. Anyway, it's a sufficient amount of time, but essentially, if he comes back empty-handed, his mom is going to make sure that he loses his life. He's executed. And then if he brings back the wrong girl, then the mom's going to execute her as well as him. Because he has a younger brother, and she's like, I can always have an heir through him. You're not my only means of succession. So he's a little on edge, obviously, because either 2 people are going to pass by the end of this or just 1, and neither are ideal. Neither outcome is ideal. Well, so he heads out, and like I said, he has his own set of quote-unquote rules for the perfect princess. And every time he's talking to the first princess, and she is really into history. She is really into books and libraries, and she's showing him all these different things. And he's like, well, what do you think about camping? And she's like, no, I don't like going camping. I would rather stay in my library and read all day. And he's like, uh-huh. So he's instantly not interested. And every princess tries to show him what she's especially good at, that she's been taught since birth, essentially. And every time it's not hunting, it's not fishing, it's not camping, so he is immediately disinterested. And he really won't give them a chance because of that. And anyway, and of course, rarely do any of them really pass his mother's tests. If he were to have brought them back home. Well, he is going along, and he's in his carriage, and he has like one more kingdom left, and then he has to go home because his time is ending, and he's out of princesses to talk to about coming back with him. Until he is driving along the road, and he sees a beautiful young woman with a bow and arrow, and because they're going along the side of a forest, and she's walking along, and he pulls up next to her, and he starts talking with her. Well, come to find out, she loves hunting and camping, and her livelihood is a hunter. So he is instantly enthralled with her, and he connects with her on the interests that he is interested in. So he asks her if she would like to come back and meet his mom, and he told her, I'm a prince, and my mom insists that I have to marry a princess, but you could be a princess. You could pull that off. So he takes the next however much time he has before they get back to his home to teach her how to be a princess. Except he doesn't tell her that her life is on the line and his life is on the line if they don't succeed. He never says that to her, and he never really gives her that option of, hey, this is dangerous. You can back down if you want. He never says that, which I did not like. Anyway, I knew there's something over here. Seeds. Well, anyway, they finally get. He makes sure to buy her a beautiful gown and make sure that she looks the part, she acts the part, she talks the part, and they get there, and she alights from the carriage perfectly. And they, every decision she makes in conversation, in action, in everything, is perfect and passes all of the mom's tests. Well, the mom kind of suspected this. Ooh, a memory. Let's take a moment to pause. Ooh, a new one. It looks like it's gonna be Ariel. Yep, a Little Mermaid. Well, anyway. So the mom kind of suspected that he would pull this off. So she sets up a new system, a new test that he had never heard of, never seen. Obviously, a girl has never gotten this far either. So he didn't expect anything to change or for there to be a new challenge. So the mother shows the princess, the huntress, really, but, for the sake of the story, the princess. She walks her into the guest room that she'll be staying at, and the princess walks into this massive bed. The bed has 7 mattresses, and each mattress has sheets in between it. Like, every mattress is fully made like you would make your bed. But there are 7 mattresses, one on top of another. She has to get a ladder to climb up there. And the son sees this, and when the mom comes out into the hallway, she closes the door behind her, and she puts 2 guards in front of the door. And he's like, what are you doing? Why are there so many mattresses, one on top of another? And the mom says, well, there is a tiny pea, one singular pea, under all of those mattresses. If she is a true princess, then she will feel the pea underneath, not be able to sleep, and will know in the morning if she's a true princess. Well, and she tells the son, she says, if you try to tell her any of this, you will be killed. If you try to go in that room for any reason tonight, you'll be executed. If she tries to leave for any reason tonight, she'll be executed. So essentially, this poor girl is just flying blind in this crazy house. Anyway, gets up in the morning, and everybody is on pins and needles trying to see if this girl passed the final test. Well, everyone's in the breakfast room, and the princess comes out of her room just bedraggled, and she has deep dark circles under her eyes, and she just looks a mess. And the queen asks, "Oh, so how did you sleep?" And she said, and the daughter said, "I'm sure those were the finest mattresses in all the kingdom. I'm sure the sheets were the most best money could buy. However, I did not sleep well at all." She's like, "It feels like there was a little bitty rock in my bed." And then the prince looks at his mom and says, "See there, Mom? She passed your test. She has passed all your tests. Surely this is a true princess." And the mom is just bewildered. She's like, "Surely it must be." Well, the prince and the princess get married, and as soon as they get married, she looks at the queen and she goes, she says something. I don't remember what exactly she says. She says something, does something, and in a series of events, it is brought to the princess's attention that of what the mother has done for the past several years, trying to get her son a princess, and in the time also killing all those princesses. So she commands all of the servants, or she commands the guards to get the queen. And the queen is like, "You don't have any rule here." And she says, "I do, because I am now married to your son. I am the heir to the throne. We are the heir to the throne." And she said, and then she has her husband arrested too. And they're both like, "Why?" He's like, "Why am I being arrested? I didn't command anyone to be killed. I haven't slain anyone." And she says, "You have stood silently by and let your mother do what she wanted without essentially keeping her accountable." So she's like, "You are every much to blame as your mother. The only people who aren't to blame are the servants, because they have to do what their monarch says. They can't go against their monarch. But you could have gone against your mom. You could have stood up for what was right." So now the queen and the son are both cast into the dungeon, and the princess, the true princess, who had to sleep on a pea, did become queen, and she ruled her kingdom justly for all the days of her life. And that is the story of the princess and the pea.
Good to see you.
Oops. Oops. There we go. We're almost to it. 20,000. What should we upgrade first? Actually,
Oh,
I'm probably going to upgrade the Goofy stall first in the one biome, so that we have what we need from there. Is it just Kristoff left that I have to talk to? I think it is. We'll run across him eventually, I'm sure. Yeah, I think I'm going to upgrade everything that I can in the valley before I add more
I give
characters.
this village 5 stars.
Bonjour. Where did you learn to cook? Have you ever heard of Auguste Gusteau? Sorry if I butchered it. Yes, of course you have. He was possibly the greatest chef ever. I learned so much from him about good food, savoring everything, and being brave. Being brave? Yes, you have to be brave to be a great cook. You've got to try things that may not work. Be willing to fail. Anyone can cook, but only the fearless can be great. At least that's what Gusteau said. Yay! Alright. I don't remember what my other people are doing, so we'll do mining for now, and then
Gusto said anyone can cook.
we will have
Of course, it
him.
helps if I'm your teacher.
We'll have him be our friend so we can do some mining. Hopefully get faster money with the gems. Wally! He's so cute. But if you have an idea of a fairy tale that you would like to hear the origins of, feel free to comment and let me know, because I love looking into it. Sometimes my week does get away from me, so I will tell the story as I remember it or as I have heard it. And other weeks, I have time to do more of a deep dive. Either way, we will have fairy tale stories to talk about. wonder what inspired Ratatouille. I'm curious. Oh, when I was growing up and we would watch Ratatouille, that one part where the old lady, like, fires so many bullets into her roof that her ceiling falls in and all you see is this big mound of rats. That part has always grossed out my mom. Every time we watch that, she'd go, "Oh my word, that's disgusting." I know I used to have more recipe books. I just can't remember where they are. Forgetting things is a common problem. Mickey might remember where they are. You think so? I guess he has been here for a while. When you have time, could you ask him if he's seen my recipe books? Yes. We shall see. I think Remy's one of those people that I need to progress with in order to get more missions. I think.
Hey there.
My husband and I recently have started getting more into D&D, and it is a lot of fun. So far, we've only really done the background, and we've got into one fight with goblins. But I am looking forward to continuing this story. Oh, there's Kristoff. I knew we would run into him eventually.
I kind of need your help. Oh, hey.
Hey, Kristoff. Ursula's looking for backup singers for a big performance, and I thought you'd be great. Would you want to help out? Maybe you could play your lute, too. Wow, of all the things I thought you might ask, that definitely wasn't one of them. It's okay if you're not feeling up to it. No, if you'd like me to, I'm happy to help. Ursula wanted me to have you audition. Oh, well, I guess I can just play a song for you. That was beautiful. There, was that okay? Your voice, let's say your voice is like a warm hug. I don't know which one sounds better, honestly. Aw, thanks. Congratulations, can't wait to see you perform.
So long.
And there's Ursula. Perfect.
Tell me everything, Angelfish. They refused, didn't they?
Yeah.
Oh well, too bad.
No, they all accepted. Kristoff and Mirabelle's auditions were great, but Mother Gothel didn't even sing. What do you want to do?
You've done a fine job. Now there's just a couple of things I need you to do for me while I go talk to my new backup singers. I've been chatting with Scrooge and he tells me he has some sort of device that amplifies the voice of those who speak into it.
A microphone?
Yes, that's it. I want to enchant it for my backup singers. Just a little something to help them with stage fright. We'll need an item from each of them for the enchantment.
What do you need me to get? Something. Oh,
Something they use often but won't miss. Something they can replace easily. Let's see. Mirabelle always has a lot of those ridiculous pinwheels, and I think Kristoff got a new pickaxe recently. But the old one's still lying around.
as for Mother Gothel, I know she has plenty of potion bottles in the giant willow. I'm sure she won't mind parting with one. There we go. Oh, there's Mickey.
Hiya, pal.
Remy's recipe books? Oh yeah, I hid them from the forgetting. I wrote down where I put them on this list. Oh no. What? The paper must have gotten wet. We can't read this. But when I wrote the list, I was thinking about where I hid the books. Say, could you use your magic to turn these notes into that memory?
Thanks, pal.
Let's go get the recipe books first. So about here. Maybe. Oh. That's the wrong one. There we go. Ta-da!
You
Excuse me.
are right for sore eyes.
Oh, wait, don't I have to talk to him? Maybe I have to go to their houses. Okay. Gotta sneak in their houses. All right. It looks like Remy's still here, so I'm gonna do some mining while I'm here. I may as well.
I really lucked out. My numbers are great.
All right. Yes, the one bit of dirt amongst all the stone is where he buried it. Well, thank you. There we go. All right. Perfect. Yay! My books! This is great! Thanks! Oh, and I know just the dish I want to make for you. It's this recipe with peanuts. If you get me some peanuts, I'll prepare you a dish you'll never forget. I love peanuts. Or I haven't seen any peanuts in the valley. You haven't? Oh, that's right. I brought a huge stash of them to Paris after the forgetting. I can go back to Paris and get some peanuts. Oh, that would be amazing. Let's do it. And on the way, we're gonna mine some things. Oops, wrong one. There we go. Let's go get Kristoff's contribution. Okay, they always have 1.5 place settings on their table. Which, I mean, that's fine, but it throws me off a little bit. There we go.
I'm just living the dream.
Who else? Mirabelle? I think we went by Mirabelle's house already. So we'll probably go to the Paris, and then we'll go back to her and Mother Goffel's houses. Look, come on, go around the rock. There we go. Make sure I have enough spots in my bag.
Here, pal. Oh.
Alright.
Good boy.
And I'm gonna go update Goofy's stall while I'm over here, because I might as well. Wait, did I do the... Actually, I take that back. Let me make sure I've done the well. Okay, good. The well can't see. There we go. The well appears to be done.
Hey.
Alright.
Bye-bye now.
It's gonna take one more improvement, I believe. Yeah.
Just so you know, I've got some new...
It's gonna be 20,000, isn't it? Yes.
Oh.
So essentially anything I want to do around the valley is gonna take 20,000 coin. I think I'll get Moana next. Before I unlock any other biomes. Because I know her and, oh, what's his name? The demigod. Anyway. I know they contribute a lot to the valley. What's his name? Maui. I think I talked about him last time. The last time we were on Dreamlight Valley. Just quite honestly over a month ago. Almost a month ago anyway. Alright. Stop that rhyming, and I mean it. Anybody want a peanut? You found peanuts! It's time to make one of my favorite dishes using the peanuts you brought back. Alright. Peanut butter sandwich. And peanut butter waffles. Okay. Oops. Wrong button. Don't remember if I have. I think I have. Yeah, I do. Good. Oh, where's the peanuts? Ugh. I thought he gave me peanuts. He did not. Holy cow, $200 for a peanut? Goodness. That's expensive. Alright. Yay! There we go. I figured, but I couldn't remember, and I really didn't want to waste one of the 2 peanuts I just bought. Alright! Huzzah! Where'd he go? There he is. Now that's a terrific peanut sauce. I have to make it this week special in the restaurant. Thanks for all your help, Yogi Bear. You're welcome. And we're at level 5. Great progress. Alright, let's hang out later. Because I'm gonna go to people's houses, and then we'll be just about done with our time today. It flew by. I feel like it flew by and it went by slow at the same time. Which is funny because I feel like I talked a lot and then it still didn't take up an hour. Oh, that's not the door. There it is. Oh, pick it up. There we go. Ta-da! There we go. I hate when I walk up to someone or something and I get the go ahead in the button to talk or to interact or to go in or what have you, and then they take it away from me. Like as soon as I go to talk to the person. It happened earlier with Kristoff. I got the A to speak, and then as soon as I stepped forward to speak, it took that prompt away. Alright. Well, if you've made it this far, thank you for hanging out with me today. I hope you have a great rest of your day, night, weekend, whenever you're watching this. Don't forget to hydrate. Don't forget to snack. Have a great day. Bye, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me today. If you liked this video, please like it. If you enjoy this kind of content, go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. If you would like to interact with me live, come on over to Twitch. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays is when I game.